All right, Trent, let's play the first video. This first video is going viral right now. And yeah, I want to get y'all take on this.
Every day my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids. We are one kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's?
Why he do that?
That's bogus as hell. Like, you're not gonna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go. And I bet you.
There you go.
I'm gonna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody.
That boy is small.
What's up? Because I'm gonna expose you. Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids.
Yeah.
One burger, one fry. Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids siblings though.
Huh?
Them my kids, them your kids siblings though. So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
Give my food stamps to the 7.
Oh, damn.
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help him, I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping
feeding
yourself?
my
You're
child. Not helping him, feeding my
He's helping
child.
out the other kids, his siblings. Them are his siblings though. He's not gonna eat in front of all his other siblings if they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put? No, he's not gonna eat that. You can't bring it up for everybody.
Except for the kids.
Yes. How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb. You have them other kids. They're your responsibility. They're not my responsibility. Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the 11th. Yeah, they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
Wait, what?
Yes, you did.
Huh?
Oh, man.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids. Because I'm exposing everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're foolish in this shit. You only come here with one piece of food for one child.
That child, that's mine, silly.
Dumbass.
And you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all then. He can't take that shit. He can't eat it.
The other kids can't eat.
No.
It's 3 extra kids. What the all that going on my account? Spending money on all those kids. That's something about my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings though. Dumb.
So that's
All right, we can cut it. Enough of this.
This is getting painful.
It was for sure. All right, starting from this side, give us your initial thoughts of the reaction. What are your thoughts? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's a lot to unravel here.
And then move the microphone to you closer. There you go.
I see where he's coming from, saying that, those are her kids, like she should have some money to put in for them. Like, even if it is part of the baby daddy, or the other baby daddy's money, like say, okay, if he's gonna go to McDonald's, let me put some in so that he can get some food for the rest of the kids. Then there's no kid left hungry. Like, doesn't she see that how she's at fault too? Like, not having that open communication with him, like saying, okay, if you can get McDonald's for one kid, then get McDonald's for all my rest of my kids. Here's some money to get it. Yeah. Like, McDonald's is not that expensive. You can get 20-piece chicken nugget for like what, $5?
She
like,
didn't get her food stamps.
Okay, no. I got no.
She didn't have to go and record them.
We can we can already start with. So he gotta be accepting of her basically giving him money and trying to get food for them every single time that he got to get food for his own child.
Yeah, I feel like that's another thing too. If one person's eating, everyone should be able to eat.
Nah,
like I think that's for me personally though. Like, I feel disrespectful like showing up to somebody's house and only giving food to one person.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna feed someone, I'm gonna feed everyone.
So you think it's your job to feed everyone every single time?
Yeah, even if it's like I'm asking for you to contribute some money to be able to feed you, like then that's
Wild.
fair.
All right, I'm gonna say my thoughts to the end because that's
Go ahead.
wild as fuck. All right, next.
Okay, I agree with you. I would feel disrespectful to only bring one kid, but that's not his kid.
Facts.
But
And then talk to the microphone for me.
he was trying to get the kid out to the car, which is what he should have did. But he definitely should not have brought anybody else food. That's not his kids.
Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah, I agree with the dad here.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Okay.
All right, I have two
Yeah.
things to say. First,
Talk to us.
Where's their father?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Where's
Facts.
the daddy?
Yes.
It's not his
Where's
responsibility.
Pops? That's number one. I mean, I feel there's two sides.
And then
to
move the
this
microphone
story.
closer to you. There you go.
I mean, there's two sides to everything, but at the end of the day, like, where's their father? Number one. It would be one thing if she said, "Hey, look, I'm about to shoot you some bread. Hey, can you pick up something for everybody?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's way different. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's way different.
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah, that's way
It's fine.
different.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm not finna just do that. That's messed up. But like for me to just be coming out my way and just be like, all right, look, I'm finna go drop my kid off some food, and I'm just dropping my son off some food.
Yeah.
And then you coming at me about feeding a whole bunch of other kids that I'm like,
Recording you.
Yeah.
What are their names?
Yeah.
What are their names?
Facts. Yeah.
Who am I feeding again?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
come on. It's unless I mean now if we're dating and if it's a situation where that's her boyfriend.
I'm about to touch on that topic.
Quick
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I say nigga?
You can say whatever you want. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's part of my natural dialect.
Nah, go ahead.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's like if that's her nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? See, I told you I was playing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do
Go
not
ahead. Do your
mess
But I'm
thing.
saying if that's her nigga, that's different. You know what I'm saying? So like if we're dating, then that's different than I'm coming home with food for just my kid and I'm dating you.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I look like a square, like I'm a lame. That's lame.
Okay.
But if I'm just dropping off some food,
Yeah.
where you tripping? Where's their father?
You go back
Where
way
is
too.
the
And then
father?
move the microphone closer to you, even closer to you.
I can
There you go.
guarantee you most things we talk about today, I'm gonna be able to say the same thing. Where's the
Father. Yeah, no, that's facts. I think that's, well, I'm not gonna get to it right too. Yeah, I agree. Gabby?
Yeah, she clearly don't know accountability and communication.
Oh, talk that shit.
Like, I'ma just keep it real, you know, like the fact that she just straight up recorded and just said, "Oh, I'm gonna make you look like a fool." That's just really disrespectful, you know, because first, you know, the food stamps threw me off. The food stamps to the 17th, to the 11th, or the 12th. Look, that really.
You know my food
That's what I'm saying. The fact that she added the food stamps, like she clearly doesn't know how to manage her household. Like it's just certain things that I was just listening to. But the point is that is not his kids. From what I was hearing, maybe it's his siblings. It's just not his responsibility. If he feels like it's not his responsibility, or if it's not truly, then he should not be responsible for feeding somebody else's kids, even if it's your ex,
Yeah.
girlfriend. There should be some communication, like, hey, you know, I know you're going to McDonald's. Let me side you some money, like you said, you know. But the fact that she threw the camera on him and tried to make him look like he's not a good father, that's really disrespectful, and it just shows that like she is lacking something up here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, I think she definitely
And talk to the
recorded-
microphone for me. There
I
you
think
go.
she recorded for clout, of course. But you know, I'm split here because I think that I seen her video, and I seen her come back and say, you know, when they were having sex, he was buying the kids food.
Well, of course.
Well,
That's different.
back to what I said.
That's different.
What do you
That's I
mean?
just said.
Well, why is that?
Being
different?
Because now he's actually in the woman's life and in the life of the people. He has a relationship.
That makes sense.
He was trying to be the
I'm around all the
provider.
time. I'm in your crib. I'm waking up in your house. Like that's different.
Yeah, it's way different.
Yeah, I gotta respect.
No, talk your shit. Let's go.
I just find it
Yeah, let's go.
I just find it a little petty. Like,
How is it petty? It's not his kids.
it's not his kids. It's not his responsibility. Which, if I was, yeah, absolutely, she could have given him some money to get her some, to get the other kids something to eat. All of that. However, pick your son up and go take him to. Don't
Yes.
give him food in front of the other kids. That's crazy because that scars children. And
Okay.
I've seen it happen before. Like, you can't sit there and watch your other siblings eat because you know they have a different father, and that was the youngest child. His child was the youngest child, so they're gonna be looking like, oh, it's scarring for children. So that's why I find it petty. 'Cause
Okay.
it's like,
I don't think it's petty, but I do actually agree with you. But he did say, hey, then bring him outside and we can eat. And she still wasn't having it.
yeah. I don't.
That one.
Yeah.
Here's a problem that I have to bring up. With I think women, but mostly people in general. When you give somebody something that you were just giving and you take it away, you feel, like you said, petty. That's not petty. That's just I was giving you something, then I just took it away because now I'm not getting what I was getting. So yeah, hell no. Let's go.
Yeah, I would say that I definitely was like, I'm 50-50, kind of like Erica. Like, I feel like firstly, that yes, it can be traumatizing for children, and like she said, like personal, like you witness it with siblings or cousins or whatever growing up, friends, and kids are extremely impressionable. So I think that's the first thing. Like,
Okay,
genuinely.
actually, really quickly. Sorry to cut you off. For you two ladies, I got to pose a question. Let's say that she got with a dude that actually had a lot of money. So then when the kid came to the dad world and hang out for a weekend, he got nice clothes, nice shoes, nice whatever. But maybe her other baby daddies are just like normal people. Would you feel like that's petty and that's disrespectful as well, or no?
No.
Okay.
But I wouldn't necessarily say that it's petty personally. But
Okay.
I would say that I just think for the sake of the kids, like that would be the main thing. And I think that's where she was coming from and why she was so upset and from a place of hurt. Because okay, if you're out of my life, you still gonna be in your son's life, but I still got these other kids. So that's essentially, I think, was the main point of where she was coming from and her emotions, where they kind of stemmed from. So on the other end, though, I do agree with everyone else in saying that that is not his kid. And legally, I'm sure he has no responsibility to those other kids, especially coming from a Black community where 9 times out of 10, they probably didn't get married or anything like that of the sort. So I would definitely say that from a legal perspective, he's probably, he's definitely right. I mean, he's right.
You said you're the executive assistant, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
She
said legally.
Legally.
Legal standpoint.
From a legal standpoint.
What do you mean by that? Legally.
Contractually.
No, I'm just saying, 'cause I mean, if she's, I'm just thinking, and I could be doing too much assuming, but I'm just thinking, like, if you're on food stamps, then more than likely, he's also on child support.
I feel like
Wait,
So that's what I
Hold
meant by
on.
that.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie.
Okay.
I feel like honestly, the whole food stamp. Like I'm a person. I did dig into the psychology of the way people think and why they say certain things. So when she's throwing out like, oh, my food stamps will come to third. There's an insecurity in there. There's insecurity about the situation that you're currently in. However, I'm an avid believer that everybody's in the situation they want to be in because they want to be in that situation.
Okay, talk that shit.
Whether
Yes.
they admit to it or not, they want to be in that
They
situation.
allowed themselves to be in
like
it.
she said,
comfortable
because
there,
they lack accountability.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's not taking herself
Definitely.
accountable for her own situation, so she's trying to put the blame off on someone else so it can make herself feel better.
The conversation
Yes.
just wasn't going anywhere. You
Yeah.
know, they just kept repeating the same thing over and over. Well, you could have bought some food. You should, there should
I actually
always be a
disagree. I
solution.
disagree. I think the guy was giving solutions.
I think he was pretty.
Yeah, he was
straightforward
giving
with it.
solutions. He was like, hey, well, bring him outside or do this.
But that's why I said she didn't take accountability
I
because
got
she
you.
wasn't willing
Yeah.
to come up with the solution. He was
No.
like, "Hey, you can come up. Have my son come outside," and she was like, "No."
Okay.
There was.
There
That's
should've
what
been
she
some
said.
conversation.
It's for clout. You
Uh-huh.
know, when you keep recording, it's like, what is this for? Where is it going? It's going
She's
nowhere.
instigating. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie.
Instigating the whole
There's one thing
time.
he did
And you
do
ladies
that
can
I
talk
would-
too. I don't know why y'all
As a
quiet
man-
over.
As a man, there's one thing he didn't do that I would have done at first. At the very beginning of the conversation, I would have stopped talking and it's like, all right, I'm not gonna continue this conversation till you put the camera away. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's another thing.
I'm
I feel like
grown
maybe
now.
this
I'm not-
conversation has been
I'm grown
had
as a man.
before.
I'm not finna do
Be-
this.
And I was gonna say that too.
Right.
Like I was gonna say that too. I feel
before.
like because where she was coming from, she was like, "Well, like I'm not gonna keep letting you do this type thing." So
Yeah.
it's like at that point, she's fed up. And again, y'all said that maybe she wasn't a good communicator. Maybe she's not. So maybe it just boiled up to this point where now it's like she's fed up. So no, like there was no like wavering her in that moment because it was just emotions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get your take, Alyssa.
I think she set him up from jump. Like she knew he was not. She knew that she didn't. She knew she didn't communicate that her other kids are there and she needs food for all her kids. She should have communicated that since she knew he was gonna go to McDonald's from the jump. So she set him up to fail, basically. Either
set
way,
herself
but
up to fail.
by looking at the situation, I could tell like they're not together no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely not fucking no more.
He don't need to be. Those are not his kids. He don't need to deal with those kids.
Yeah, he
That ain't his
don't.
responsibility no more.
Yeah.
Just because he used to take care of that shit, don't
That's
mean
what
he
I
still
said
gotta
about
take care
giving
of it.
something and taking it away. She felt,
Yeah.
weird.
True.
Yes.
All right, let me give my take and let me finish before anybody get triggered. All right. My take on this video is number one, stop messing with women that have babies. Point blank, period. They carry a lot of baggage. They have a lot of trauma. They unruly a lot of times. If you have a one,
Unruly.
talk to me then. Let's go. I'm always willing to talk about it. Let's go.
That's not fair to my mothers. I gotta disagree with that. That's not fair
Why?
to my mothers out here.
If you a man that you single and you don't have a kid, why would you get with a woman that has a child versus a woman that you can have your first child
Or the
together?
opposite. Or the opposite.
Maybe I didn't, you know what I'm saying, appreciate. I guess I just didn't appreciate the way you came off with it. Like
That's what I do. I come straight with it.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
one of those things where it's like, that's also not fair to them because they should be able to, you know what I'm saying, find love in an open format just like anybody else.
Don't get it twisted.
There's an extent I get with you, like,
Yeah.
because as a man, like at my age, at my age and the women I usually date in the age bracket that I usually dated,
Yeah.
Y'all got
like,
kids.
yo, like I can't get away from it. I've been trying, but it's like.
But if you have no kids, in my personal opinion, it's stupid.
I think there just needs to be you have to have ground rules. Like you have to have a foundation. Like,
What do you mean? You gotta explain that.
All right. So for example, like when I look at women that have,
And then do me one favor.
I
So move this mic up this way. Yeah, up there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
we're good.
Yep.
All right, bet. So like when it comes to dating women, talking to women or dating women who have children, like the way I think about it is I ask particular questions like, what's the relationship like between you and your baby's father?
Got you.
How many baby daddies do you have? Because there's definitely a one baby daddy.
Let's pause this. Let's pause this story for right now. Do you have kids yourself before we
Nah, I don't
continue?
have children.
Okay, now go ahead.
Yeah. So I have a one baby daddy limit.
Mm-hmm.
What's the relationship?
Not a one
Baby daddy limit.
I mean, I really got a one child limit for real. I mean, I'm 30 years old with no children, so I mean,
Right.
if you have one child, okay, cool, I can get with that. I also
I
have
can
an age. Your
understand
child
that.
has to be a certain age before I
How
I
old?
date you.
How old?
And
I
then
really want to say they gotta be. I really would prefer them to be at least 5 years old.
That's
okay, I gotta ask you. No, I gotta ask you a question. Are you okay with never being coming first?
what'd you say?
Yes, right.
Never coming
When
first.
she has
In her life.
normally when a woman, let me finish.
I'm a
When-
selfish guy, so
then
yeah, I can-
it contradicts kind of what you're saying then, because if a woman has a child first and then they get with you kind of will never become first. Now,
That's
if
true.
you
Exactly.
was a woman and you got with it and y'all had a baby together,
Until they turn 18.
If you're a woman though,
until they turn 18, until they out the house. Oh my god!
Shit, they're 5.
So you hold on, you can wait 15 years.
13.
Oh
They're 5.
man!
Honestly,
Oh god!
if
Go ahead, yeah, we can talk.
Honestly though, like I could understand where he's coming from because like
Oh,
us
God.
women, no, like
Go ahead,
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna give
let
him
you
the
finish.
benefit of the doubt because like us women, sometimes we do get caught up in the wrong men, and we end up having kids with the wrong person.
But that's your fault.
oh,
Not mine.
Yeah, that kind of is.
Point blank period.
No,
You saw
well,
the red flag.
Okay, let her finish the
Well,
thought though.
I could just say some people. Okay, you're right. It could be their
It's your
fault.
fault, yeah.
It could be their fault, but like sometimes you just don't know. You
Okay.
know, some people they put on the mask and you just don't know.
All right,
until after.
let's settle this right now. Let's settle. No, let's settle this.
No.
Hold on. Let's settle this right now. Start it from this side. Would you date a dude that have kids?
No.
Thank you.
definitely.
Next. Take serious though. I'm not talking about fucking. I'm not talking about he digging you down. I'm talking about y'all are in a
Serious
serious
dating.
relationship.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
I
Next.
actually have a kid.
You do. But no. I'ma still ask the question.
okay.
I'ma still ask the question. Would you date someone with a kid?
It depends on how he is with the baby mama.
Okay. Now, but pause
has
for a
a
second.
one-baby
Now, but
mama
hold on.
limit.
I want to pause for a second. Pause the show. Y'all gotta understand something. She herself has a kid and still has a problem with dealing with dudes that have kids.
That's fair. I mean,
So that's what I'm trying to get at.
there's
And then you said
definitely
something.
trouble
I just got out of a relationship with a guy, and he did have a kid, but
Ooh.
now I don't want to date a guy that has a kid ever again.
Oh,
Well,
because
damn.
you had that bad experience, or
It's just
you
like
wouldn't be open to trying it again.
I just like don't want my man to have a baby. Mama.
Baby mamas are trifling.
I just want you to.
You a
I
baby
want
mama.
the baby mama.
Hold on. Wait, what?
there. Are you admitting to being trifling? Because I appreciate accountability.
I'm a little bit
Facts.
trifling.
I like Kelly too, but
We
damn.
talked about that. That's
Shit.
Hey, she's just being real.
Yeah.
And okay, now, Gabby, would you date someone that had a child?
Oh no.
Then your whole argument was.
No. Okay, you gotta hear me out though.
God
I'm
damn.
just saying.
tell the truth.
No, for real. I'm just saying. I read a post the other day, and this woman was caught up with this man, and now she's single, and I could like understand her point of view. You just get caught up in the wrong people. You just don't know. People put on a mask. You just
No, I
don't
agree.
know people's
I agree.
true
I agree.
intentions until like after you have a child. Like that stuff is real.
I agree.
I mean, some people can't really realize that because obviously. Some people here just don't have kids,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt. But I know me personally, would I date a man with no kid? No.
And Trent, really quick, when you do the super chat thing, just put them up there for like 30 seconds, then just take them off. And then you, same.
Yes, I have. But I'm 33. I don't find a lot of men who don't have children. I don't
Got
really
you.
date
Yeah.
younger men.
I got
so.
you. Oh, that's gonna be a topic.
So we have
Actually,
the
one of
same-
the topics
so
too.
we have the same
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah,
No, y'all don't have the same problem. She don't date
younger men.
younger, but you do date younger. Oh, you don't? Hold on.
Look, man.
Don't lie.
I have.
Okay.
And recently, it's not it. It's just,
Okay.
I want to be the only female in your life like that.
Yeah.
I don't want any attachments to any other female, especially
Damn.
children.
You want to be the
oh
main.
yeah.
I want
Gotcha.
to be
I'm
the
I'm not gonna
main
lie.
one. I
Once
want to
have
be
a
the
little girl,
first
it's
one.
over with. I'm sorry for everybody.
He said, "What's up, girl? I'm sorry.
Once
It's
I have a
over."
little girl, it's over
It's
with
a
for
wrap.
everybody else.
Oh yeah,
Y'all all take
As
it.
it should be.
She
if he has a
comes
daughter,
first.
hell no.
And then
already
you?
know it's gonna
Would you
be
date
over.
someone that has a child?
No, I definitely would not. I actually heavily would not. Because
So you mean like you heavily against it?
I don't even know how many ways to say that.
Oh,
Like,
strongly, okay. Just strongly disagree with that.
It's so, and you know what? It's also mainly, I think, rooted in the fact that me personally, like, as a single woman, like, I'm not one of those single women, you know, it's gonna be hard out here, but I'm not gonna be one of those single women that gets caught up and that's a plan, at least, you know, not to get caught up and have these kids early.
Yeah.
So the plan is to get married, and then if my husband decides that he would like children, we can have them, or if not, we don't
Well,
have
hold
to
on.
have
I would
them.
hope y'all discuss that before you get married.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like,
that's what I
that's
said.
the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if he wants to have them, we can. And if not, then we're not having. I, as a single woman and not having kids in
Right.
a relationship, I would also not have kids if the other person doesn't want them.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm married, so I gotta worry about that shit no more. But I will say that I have dated before somebody that had a kid, and at the time, it seemed really ideal for me because I grew up with a single father, and he was a single dad to a girl.
So you felt.
I didn't feel like, oh man, like this is crazy. Even though it was crazy and I was
Yeah.
young, I felt like, dang, I could do this because
Yeah.
I've done this. You know?
Yeah, you've seen
So,
it. You've seen
exactly.
it. Okay. Actually, I get the same feeling for what you said earlier, to be honest. Let's do a couple of super chats real quick, Trent. UCver says, the woman should have explained to her kids that... wait, what? Damn. Oh, shit.
A little past that.
Whoa, that she's a whore who let multiple dudes eat in her, which is why they aren't eating well.
Very
Whoa,
true.
damn. UCver
Why
sends
does she
another
have to
super
be a
chat.
whore?
Well, never mind. I ain't gonna go there yet.
Yeah, damn.
That's a lot.
Damn.
If you don't know your daddy, then your mama was out here slutting. All right. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Uncle Luke says, and
Where's the
black.
accountability for the man?
No, that's facts. Shit. Well, no, we'll talk about it later. All right. And black men get a lot of heat for not dating single moms, but this prime example of why. Black women need to make better choices on who they procreate with. Save yourselves, black men.
Oh,
You was about to say something. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add
Yeah, we
that
ruthless. They ruthless.
They're
man.
so
They ruthless
ruthless.
as fuck.
I just wanted to add that I think as a woman, when you already have children, and you're like a single parent, I think you need to be very, very, very particular about how you move and what kind of men you bring around your children. Like,
That's true.
I think women are not as on it as they need to be,
Yeah.
honestly. And since I was
Strongly
raised
agree.
by a man, my dad had girlfriends, but he had never had no females around me like that.
Damn. Okay.
Never.
Yeah.
Period.
Never. He could have been pimping and I wouldn't even know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate that because I don't need nobody trying to be my mama, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he would always tell me, like, none of these bitches are your mom. Like, I don't care what happens.
Yeah.
So, I think as women, we
fair.
need to do a better job with that.
Okay.
But I would say from
Know
personal
the company
experience.
you keep.
Oh yeah.
You said that what?
Sure.
Say that one more time.
Know the company you keep, because if there's if there's other people in your life other than their baby father, and you're bringing them around, and these kids are seeing the kind of interactions you have with them, then they're gonna take influence over that. They're gonna think, oh, okay, this is the right thing to do. Like, okay, if I have a baby daddy, and then I have another person that I'm talking to, and then this person's providing food for me, this person's doing the other thing for me.
Yeah.
they're gonna think that's
That
You should
okay.
never trust anybody around your kids.
That actually like reminds me like of one of this girl that I used to hang around with. She was just telling me how she was so used to her mom bringing in men in the house and just paying the bills.
Yeah.
And so
Got
she
you.
expects men to come into her life and pay the bills. And she was like,
Yeah.
you need to get these guys to pay your
That's
bills.
gonna be the next subject. No, hold on. That actually goes. Hold on. That goes into the next subject. Hold on.
No, but for real, based on
Yeah.
personal experience too, I would say both of my parents were single parents, but they started off married. And growing up, neither one of them put me around all these relationships or all these people, and it when they did, even when they did, it was so far and few and in between, and they're both remarried now, and so it's for me the kid thing too, and being the only child, it's I know what kind of connection a parent has to their child, and I don't want to come between that, but I also know what I require from a relationship, so I know that would be too much of a responsibility.
Okay.
Can I ask you something? The lady that was there, that was your mom?
That's my stepmom.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We're moving on. We're running out of time.